Hey, welcome back to the No Culture for Old Men podcast. As always, Ben, Lawrence, Jim, here to discuss the NBA, some hot tops, spread a little love and a little knowledge as we go. I guess we missed last week. Some folks was on travel, doing amazing things. Everybody else was just working hard and trying to stay out of the heat. So
Yeah, I worked all weekend. I worked all weekend, so
and I just stayed in the house trying to stay out of the heat.
whatever.
I room this double time basically last week.
Oh yeah, I wasn't missing that. Somebody asked me what they were doing on the 4th. I was like, go and get some money.
Hey, double time is an amazing thing. One day we'll talk about financial issues one day, as the struggles we've all gone through, and some have been better than others at different times in their lives, and we'll discuss we'll discuss the importance of a job that pays overtime and a time and a half in your struggle.
Shit, I'm hitting the hot streak right now.
Hey, it's your time to shine. One shining moment. All that.
Big Jim, how you been doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Hope everybody had a very good 4th of July weekend. And once again, thanks for joining the No Culture for Old Men podcast. Don't forget to like us on IG or YouTube and to follow. We appreciate that.
Dude, you sound like
I'm like very white right now.
You sound terrible. What is wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe
jet lag getting to you?
Huh?
Jet lag got you or something? What's up with you?
Yeah, I'm jet lag. Yeah, just so y'all know. Yeah, we're gonna get into it, but all right, my not pop culture, but just whatever. We didn't have a show last week. I had to go out to LA, and I think the time change got me. Number one, I ain't been on the West Coast in about 10 years, so it's my first time back out in a while. Had a wonderful time though. LA is still hot. I spent some time out in like Burbank and Malibu. Even had a quick stop in Phoenix. Man, I picked you up a Rising Suns t-shirt if you want that. I saw it and I was like, oh, let me pick that for this ninja who been riding the Suns all playoffs.
Thank you, bro.
You know, they really hyped out there about the Phoenix Suns. I was buying this joint and that lady at the checkout was just like, oh, isn't it wonderful that the Suns are doing so well? I was like, are you kidding me, dude?
Because
he was like really psyched about that joint. So I picked up that for you. I should have got a hat though. That's what I didn't get.
Yeah,
I should have picked up a hat.
You could have got a brother a snapback while you was out there, man.
I know. I should have picked up a hat or two. Wait, you know what? I feel bad because I didn't do enough shopping, man. Like I was, I did the Hollywood Avenue stuff. They had so much Laker gear out there in LA. I mean, it's just Laker gear. And then, a little bit of Clippers gear, but mostly LeBron gear.
What about Dodger hats and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah. The coolest, like Dodger tank tops. And,
that's what
that's what I missed out on. I kept seeing them as I walked. And, you just forget, like, I ain't turning around, right?
Right.
Go back and get them. So I missed out on a lot of cool Dodger stuff. So, next time I'm out, I got to go out there and pick up some hats and stuff, man. But they had like color schemes I hadn't seen before.
Another 10 years we'll get.
yeah, exactly. Now I'm just going to order these joints online. Because you can order them online. I'm just going to go online and order a Dodger hat or something. At least maybe a Laker hat. But real quick, though, I went out there, had a wedding to go to for a family friend. Number one, I got to say, the hottest wedding I've ever been to. It was for Joe Connor and his new wife, Instar, which her name is really Zara, is what they call her. They had out there, they had a great DJ. His name, I believe, is DJ Dub. This cat was on like the BET Awards, I believe, last week. Met a lot of cool people. It's Hollywood. Met a lot of upcoming actors and actresses. Met a lot of digital editing people. One in particular who works on a lot of hot stuff. So I got to meet a lot of cool people. It was a really cool trip.
You should have pumped the podcast, bro. We need a shirt.
I know. I did. I spoke to some of them about it. I'm gonna tag them on this episode actually after we're done. But so it was really hot. So I got to shout out to that. But the last story from being out there. Oh, and we went to this place called the Castaway, which is the coolest spot I've been to in a while in LA. It's basically a golf course, but that's where they had their wedding. It has this view of like the observatory and the mountains out in Burbank. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's beautiful. I ended up going there to watch the fireworks actually on the 4th the next day because I was like, what better place to watch it than from this place? So I went up there and checked it out. It was really hot. So I hadn't been there before.
Dope.
But I was telling Tyrone this real quick. We had to go out to a barbecue. And so, I'm GPSing. I went ahead and I decided, let me rent a Dodge Challenger while I'm out here. So I rented a Dodge Challenger just so I can be, busting for the highways, 110, the 105, and the 5 and all that in LA. So I could be killing it out there, right? I didn't want to be driving slow in LA traffic. So I'm sitting here busting it down to 110, in the LA, heading out. And I'm following these directions and I'm like, this is kind of LA, but not really LA is where I'm driving to. I don't know where I'm really going. So I'm just following directions. So I'm coming up to my exit and my exit says like 51st Street. I think it's 51st, 52nd. So I hop on that joint. Next thing it says, make a left on 51st. I miss it, right? I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'll just take the next turn and I'll get back on track. To my unknowns, my next left was on the South Hoover Street. Hoover in Normandy. No clue, bro. I was like, Hoover? That don't sound right. Regardless, I hop on Hoover, and mind you, a red Dodge Challenger. Bright red. When I start driving, I'm looking around. I see ninjas coming out their house. I saw a couple cats sitting in their car already. Believe me, that Challenger, I used all 108, whatever many horses that joint got, and I cranked that joint up South Hoover. I tell you that much.
Wow, bro.
I was like, bro, I'm in the wrong spot. The only thing I could think of is how to survive in South Central. I had to think of that song when I was driving. And I was like, this is Boys in the Hood, man. I was like, I'm not going to be Ricky or Doughboy or any of these cats this weekend. I just thought that drunk funny.
So Los Angeles is a lot like Baltimore in that one street too far is a street too far.
Is one too far. Yeah, Hoover to Normandy. I was like, yeah. I mean, I could have just went out and and saw some Nipsey spots or something if I wanted.
I was about to say you was probably like 8 blocks from Crenshaw and Slauson.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, actually, that's what I crossed over too. I crossed over Slauson, and I was like, man, I'm just not following these directions right or something. I was just lost, dude. I finally got turned around and got to my spot, and it was fun. But I was like, it's like Baltimore, one wrong turn and you in the wrong spot. So enough of that, y'all. All right, let's jump into it, y'all. For our pop culture for the week, I heard we had a versus Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown versus Keith Sweat, man.
Who won?
Oh, Keith Sweat dogged him.
Keith Sweat. He do a lot of whining. I'm not a big Keith Sweat fan. It's too much whining for me. But did he whine a lot?
I mean, he whined. He whined, but
that's what he does.
But that's what he does.
You are a big Keith Sweat fan, Joe. You know you are.
Yeah, I take it back.
That was your youth.
What you say?
That was our youth.
Yeah, it was.
I'm about to say y'all probably went to prom on some Keith Sweat,
bruh. They were playing that joint at my prom. I'm sure.
No, but
I think I remember dancing to Keith Sweat at a high school dance, like when I was like 12. Yeah.
That merry-go-round joint, definitely.
Yeah, you're right. Merry-go-round.
At one point, it was like, yo, throw in the towel. Somebody stop the fight. Like, that's how bad it was. It was bad.
Wait a minute. Who was it again? Keith Sweat and who?
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
Oh, sorry. I forgot him that quick. Bobby.
So I watched like the first 20 minutes of it. And the worst part of it was that obviously Bobby Brown sounds like you talking right now. He just gravels the whole damn time he sings. I mean, he can hit like half of a note and just goes, I'm just like, dude, you can't even sing. And he tried to dance and he looked like he was about to fall.
You tried to dance?
I mean, he was up there doing
Bobby Brown about 293 right now.
He that big?
Bobby Brown big, man.
Yeah,
he that big.
He 280 easy, son. Yeah, easy.
I mean, his gut
too little
huge
for that to be that big. He a short dude.
Yeah, he ain't even that tall.
I mean, he was up there sweating like he just ran a mile.
He ran sweating some chicken grease.
Keith Sweat is still looking, what, $180 maybe?
$180.
Looking like he do 100 push-ups right now.
Mm-hmm. Got the Keith always been thin, man.
Got the jewelry flowing with the white pants.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
Keith looking clean then.
But I'm like, whatever.
Keith don't get the props for being the first dude out with the New Jack Swing. I mean,
he was the first dude out.
Everybody credits Teddy Riley, but really the first albums out were his.
But
his joints were slow, so people didn't think of it as dance music.
But his early joints were fast.
No, he had a couple up tempo joints.
He did have a couple.
I Wanna and
I Wanna.
And
he wrote that. And he wrote that I Just Got Paid song.
Oh, but he didn't. Yeah, he didn't perform it though.
Yeah, but he wrote that.
No, he wrote it.
That was a big hit though.
He wrote. I didn't know he wrote Let's Chill.
Oh yeah, he wrote that. Yeah,
he wrote that joint.
Yeah, I mean that was one of his biggest hits. I didn't know he wrote Just Got Paid. I didn't know that. I always thought it sounded like Keith Sweat. That was like, is that Keith Sweat song?
He gave the story. That was his song, but the label was like, "Yo, dude, your album is done. We're not adding any more songs." And then Teddy Riley, because him and Teddy Riley co-wrote it.
Okay.
And Teddy Riley just sold it to Johnny Kemp. He said he was riding down the street like, hold on, this is my song I just wrote.
Yeah, Keith Sweat would have made that song really big.
And then he called Johnny Kemp like, yo, you owe me some money for the
money. Wow. I mean, that was like a big song. That song probably was number one. Probably,
when that joint came out, that was a big. I just remember WPGC. What was his name?
They played down on the East Coast.
What was his name?
All day.
Howie, not Howie. Some old fat white dude. Anyway, he had the drive home thing, and I know you're talking about. He would play that joint every evening at 5:00, and it was just like, okay, this is the start of whatever my little high school weekend is going to be.
Yeah,
probably middle school or less than that at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every Friday they were blasting that joint. Yeah, didn't matter.
When I get paid and I like my paycheck from Double Time, I sing that song with them.
Yeah, exactly. Just got paid Friday night. Shit. Yeah, that joint was a beast. Okay. Good Johnny Gill history. Didn't know that, bro.
Johnny Gill. We said Keith Sweat, nigga.
Oh, sorry, Keith Sweat.
Johnny Kemp. You got the Kemp and the Gill mixed up. That's all.
You know, man. Come on, that's all the same era, though. At least I'm in the right era.
I'm messing with you, man.
I'm in the right era.
Get it for the
Johnny Gill, Keith Sweat, Bobby Brown. Hey, it's too bad because Bobby. Unfortunately, I love Bobby, man. I think the one thing about Bobby, I think Bobby was underrated for his performance ability back in the day. But at one point, he actually could sing. In the prime, when he was like right in the prime of his solo career.
You talking about the Don't Be Cruel album.
Exactly. But there's a song he does live.
Rock With You.
No, but it's a slow song he did live. And I can't think of the name of it to save my life.
Back in the day.
But it's like a live video song. And it's like the best I've ever heard him sing. If he could have just kept that, he would have been a much better vocal performer.
So Bobby Brown's got the same voice that most Negroes have. Like I could sing
Exactly.
up until I was 25. Up until I was 25, I had a decent voice. I could carry a tune. You could you could hear the notes.
Most brothers have this voice, and
most
if they want to use it,
have that voice if they choose to sing. Now, after 25, I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it was the Hennessy, maybe it was the Black and Mild. I don't know, but it's not there anymore. I understand that. That's fine. But most brothers have that, especially if you grew up in a church like we did. If you grew up in a church, you can carry that tune, and he could carry those tunes. He had a tenor to low alto kind of voice.
Low alto,
you know. So, but
I can hear notes, but I can't sing. Never could.
Yeah.
Now you put some music in front of me, I could read it for you.
Oh, okay.
And I could read it.
You got us all beat then, bro.
Well, my dad pushed that on me. My dad pushed that on me.
Yeah, we all got some kind of musical training at some point, whether band or singing or
playing a trumpet
or whatever.
So, playing a trumpet in front of the school district. That was all my dad. So
yeah, it's sad, man. I had like 3 years of trumpet.
Yeah, I say you played the trumpet.
Yeah, man. I had like 3 years of trumpet. Yeah. I don't think I could play a note now if I wanted to. Hey, let's keep it pushing. Hey, there's a lot going on in the sports world. There's always some cultural stuff that's always thrown in as well. Racheal Nicole, that hit this week. Now, this is an old story. If you really follow the NBA, you know, in the bubble last year, this story came out. The only problem is we didn't get the details of what the video was about. If you remember back in the bubble, there's a story that came out that, hey, someone left the camera on in Racheal's room and they called her talking or venting or whatever. We just didn't know the details behind it. All we knew is that it got beamed back to the mothership at ESPN at some point in time. Content's unknown. So now the content finally comes out. And it turns out that Racheal, unknowingly, not knowing she was being recorded, said some unkind things about the current broadcasting, setup for the NBA showcase show. I'm assuming she believes she probably should have been the lead on that showcase show, and did not like that the other young lady was taking the lead. And so with the backlash, hey, they decided to remove her off the sideline, and then not include her, of course, in any prime spot for this NBA Finals. What is you guys' take on this story right now?
I'm with Racheal. Because I listened to the audio. She didn't say anything personally against Maria Taylor. She just was like, I get the times that we're in, but don't mess with my money to do it. Like, don't mess with my money to prove the point. Mm-hmm. And me, don't mess with my money either. I ain't with it. I get it. She should have said it? Probably not. She should have just kept the thoughts to herself. Well, she didn't really say nothing like, I hate black people or this black girl should be on television. She just said, don't mess with my money.
And she didn't. She didn't say that.
So I get it.
Yeah, I have it in context. One, you got called on the hot mic. Okay. Here nor there. But if that mic wasn't on, that's just a personal conversation she's having with someone she knows, really, right? And it's something that probably most people might slip out their mouth and say if they know they're not being taped about it. I think there's a lot of sides to this story. Racheal, she's been in the game for a long time. I've enjoyed her work. She's from the DC area, so I know she covered the Wizards a lot, and she worked her way up for TV. But she also, I think the fault is this to me that I had to take on was, okay, yeah, they're pumping up Maria Taylor. I like Maria Taylor. I think she's cool. I think she's a star in the making. Same with the new sideline reporter. What's the sideline reporter's name?
Malika Andrews.
Yeah, Malika Andrews.
Yeah, I mean,
they what do you say?
I love Malika Andrews.
Oh yeah, she's a beast, man. And you know they've been pumping her up. They've been moving. She moved up quickly now.
She did the draft last year, and now she's
Yeah.
on the sidelines.
You know what also helped her too was the bubble, being in the bubble, because she was one of the few let in the bubble, and you know that kind of showed that hey, they want to put her forward. And Maria Terry, they're pulling her forward. She's talented. She knows the game. She's versatile. She covers football too. So it is what it is, man. You know what? ESPN, I think, should have did a better job handling it. They should have came out front instead of waiting for it to be brought up to them. And now they're trying to deal with it, and now they're going to look bad, and they're going to make Racheal look bad. They're going to make Maria look bad because they didn't handle it right the first time.
I did see where they were not punishing Racheal. I'm sorry, they're not punishing Racheal, but they are punishing the person that released the audio.
Yeah, exactly. I heard that too, and I think that's just really unfair. Well, I get their point. Technically, you can because you're releasing intellectual property. I get it, but that's not the main problem. That's not the problem. The problem is whatever history you have and however you decide to handle this cast.
What you got, Ben?
Yeah, what you want to say?
Oh, sorry. So I got so many problems with this that I don't know what to do. First of all, if it's in your, I'm not caping for Racheal in this at all, but it's in her contract, right? And if it's in your contract,
What's in her contract?
that she was going to host the finals that year.
Is it?
So it was.
I believe
so. If that's in your contract, you're going to be pissed about it, right? Regardless.
I did not know that. So.
And if you don't have a real conversation with someone, and based on that video, it sounds like they were like, "Hey, why don't you just do the sideline reporting?" Right? Which is going to take a job away from another woman, my girl Doris Burke, at that point, because Doris was doing the sideline reporting, and I love Doris Burke. Doris Burke should have every job on ESPN.
Yeah,
but so to me, not the whole blame, but 80% of this, 85% of this is ESPN, the management and how they handle things. Maria's fine. Sure.
She took advantage of an opportunity.
Yeah, Maria's she took advantage of an opportunity. Oh, yeah. But it's but the audacity comes in where Racheal is like, she is assuming that the only reason why Maria is getting the job is because she's black. And that's the part that I have a problem with. It couldn't be that she's just better, right? So if that was Doris Burke that they gave the job to, you know, what would have been her complaint?
Because this is where I interrupt. I say, what was her experience to say Maria Taylor's better? She wasn't better. She had no experience, and you just put her out there. And like I said, I'm with Racheal. Don't mess with my money and my exposure to prove a point, to please the world. No. I mean, Maria, and you're right. Maria Taylor might have been better, but the NBA Finals ain't the place to find out. That ain't it.
I keep getting it mixed up in my head that it's not about this year. It's about a year ago, right? And because as I can see, like I've looked at her work overall, and I just know that she does a great job. Like this year, she does a great job. So, yeah. You know, so I don't really see any difference. Like when she started, it wasn't like she didn't know what she was doing. You know, I was like, okay, I didn't miss anything when she started. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the first problem I have. But my main problem is with the management. It's at ESPN, and whoever found this video, like they should have handled. This is a privacy issue. Whoever received this video in the control room, it should have been deleted. It should have never gotten. It should have never gotten a chance to be leaked by anybody. You know, what I'm saying?
It leaked on Twitter, right? Somebody put it on Twitter or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't just go straight to Twitter. Somebody
Yeah.
had to download it. Somebody had to send that file to somebody. There's a chain of custody on that damn file. And those people.
This was
need
a
to be
direct
filed.
feed camera back to the mothership. So just figure there's a camera, just like we're recording this. There's a camera in your room with a live feed going back to a studio and to a control room.
Right.
Okay, you could have just cut it. You could have just cut it if you knew it was coming in, right? Or like Ben said, after you downloaded that joint, you could have deleted that.
Right.
And we would be like, you know what? We got not even gonna make this an issue. This joint's cut.
Right. It shouldn't have been listened to because the earlier clips we got were complaints about ESPN and how they were da 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 against women and how it was hard for her to da 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 to find how you can only have 2 women da 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 in a spot. It was talking a lot of talk about her and forget some other white female on a different platform, right? And how you can only, in the struggles of that. And it was, and I'm like, who is out to get Racheal Nichols to me? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody in that building is taking the opportunity to let all her stuff slide. And so that to me is wrong. Did she take the wrong tact about it? Yes. Is she a little yeah, a little bit. She's a little off-site. But to me, like you said, she's got a right to be upset because it was in her contract.
My thing is this: why is it? We living in a world that nobody can have an opinion anymore. She didn't call this girl a name, woman a name. She didn't say she wasn't talented. She didn't even say she wasn't qualified. All she said was, "Don't do it on my time."
Yeah,
I don't find nothing wrong with what she said.
I don't either.
Because if I got a job and I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to get exposure. Don't be proving no point on my time. I'm with her on that. Like, forget that.
Yeah. I think the key to this is what Ben said. If it was in her contract, then that to me puts it in a totally different context. Now, did she maybe act like she had a little privilege? I think so. Yeah, in those comments. But same token, like I said, who thought those comments were going to come to light? That's not like I've heard things way worse than that. I just think it's a shame. You have talented women over there, and unfortunately, you put them in bad situations with scheduling and we can only have so many women on the show, or however the numbers and calculations work and the Q ratings and all that stuff. I mean, you have talented people. Maria's great. Racheal's great. I've been watching her for years and loved her work, and the players love her. I mean, she has a good rapport with the NBA and the players themselves. They talk to her. I mean, her show, The Jump, is a great show. We'll see what the ratings do on that. They pulled it off for one day.
Did they pull it off?
And now it's back up. Yeah, it skipped one day.
Oh, dang.
And now it's back up. I watched it today.
The Jump is a great show, man.
I hope it doesn't get hurt. I find it interesting that the players who are on the show, they backed her. They backed Racheal.
Steven Jackson did too.
Yeah. Oh, did Steven back her too?
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, I feel her. Don't cost me no money because you're trying to prove a point."
But even that is stupid for ESPN because you're taking a white lady who they work with. They probably work with her more than they probably see her more than they see Maria. They probably understand. They probably work with her longer than Maria. So you have black men. You put black men in the position of choosing sides, even though, like you said, it makes sense, right? But from somebody looking 100 yards away, it looks like, oh man, why are y'all ganging up on the sister? And really know that if you look at it in a nuanced way, that's not what it is. But nobody's allowed to have nuance. Like you said, nobody's allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah.
They want it to be, they want everybody to pick a side, but really, there's
no sides to be picked here.
Because okay, prime example, like you could have picked another outlet to replace her. Why take I get what you said. Why take the biggest stage? Why take the finals and say, yeah, we're gonna replace you? I do the Jump every week. You wanted to see what she had, or you want to see if she was talented. put on a jump a couple days. Why take the finals? So yeah, I get it, man.
Well, I mean, they worked her in through the regular season. I mean, so it's not like she hasn't had a chance to show what she has.
I can't remember when she started hosting the their basket. She started like mid-season, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the beginning. It was like mid-season.
It was like
But
mid-season of the previous year, right? Not just that year.
Of the previous year.
It's a previous year. But the thing is, though, and this is where they messed up, because if you host that show, you're supposed to do
the
finals. But it was still also in Rachel's contract, because I guess they didn't have a host then, that she was going to do the so they didn't clear that up, and that's what I'm saying. That's what
the question is if this was a big time man, would they have done it?
Replaced them like that?
Yeah. If this was who's a big if this is Ernie Johnson.
Ernie
Johnson.
No.
My point.
No white dude. No.
Yeah, I mean, if you picked even a mid-level dude, well, good question though. Yeah, Maria started hosting the whatever they call the NBA show. What do they call it?
What it's called.
NBA. It's a show countdown or showcase.
Yeah, NBA countdown, right? So they had someone else hosting it prior to Maria. Whoever that person was, they apparently weren't that great, because I don't remember who they were.
It was Doris Burke. And Doris Burke
doing them.
And Doris Burke
remember they had Doris on there.
She didn't want to do it. She wanted to do the games.
She wanted to be sidelined.
They want Doris calling games.
They want Doris calling games.
She's better calling games, and she's great at it.
She should call
Actually, Doris, I remember her in the studio for a short time, and it didn't work.
Because she's better analyzing the game.
Yeah. I mean, that's what she is, man. She's great on court.
Trying to rock them leather pants. Doris looking thick as all over.
Hey, Doris still got handles, man.
All I know is
check out Doris handling and heels. It's a beast.
All I know is they replaced Chuck and Ernie and Shaq and Kenny during the season. But when it's Eastern Conference final time, when it's big time, you ain't no replacing them for that.
Well, and also that show, you got to think you lost Paul Pierce off that show.
Which people like that. People didn't care about that.
Yeah, I know.
That was
I'm just saying though. And then like Jason Williams had his little.
And I noticed Mike Wilbon doesn't do it anymore.
Oh well, yeah, he's not in his prime for that.
No, he used to be a guest. Him and Stephen A. used to be a guest.
Yeah.
But then they got in trouble with that coaches thing.
Yeah.
Because they had Doc and another coach on there, and they got in trouble.
Yeah. Well, I noticed, so they used Michael Wilbon on Stephen A.'s Sports Center,
which I love.
Before the game,
them two together.
They should have a show.
Yeah,
they need a show.
Yeah, they do good together. It's like a mentor and the mentee. It's like the senior and the junior on the show together. So it's kind of cool. It works.
Mike Wilbon's a beast.
Well, let's just hope it all works itself out. Shout out to Maria Taylor, man. She is doing a great. Doing what you're doing. Hopefully, you'll get what you're looking for. And Malika Andrews, great job, and good to see her on the sideline. Hey, a good opportunity for her.
Malika Andrews, I've been double clicking.
Oh man, no, yeah. You know how many brothers are doing that. Hey, check her career curve, man. It's been a quick one, so
no change.
Good for her. All right, y'all. Moving on. All right, the other big story though to me was Sha'Carri Richardson.
This is not a big story.
This is not. Yeah.
You don't think it's a big story?
I hate it.
Do you know how much money she's about to lose? And that's why.
No, that's the thing. She's not going to lose a dime.
Yes, she is.
Why? She still got her Nike. She still got her Nike.
A lot of that is tied to incentives, bro. If she don't go, she don't play. She don't get the money.
Yeah.
You don't get any money from going to the Olympics anyway.
Yes, you do. Endorsements, man.
Endorsements.
That's not guaranteed. Yes, she is. It's not guaranteed. She's not going to be there in the Olympics. She's not going to get that money.
Dog, Nike has already came out and said they're not releasing her.
No, I get that too. They haven't released.
That was her. She has Nike. I don't care.
It's a base contract.
She has Nike.
She does have a Nike contract.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know, but I know the way most track people are. It's not a flat deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get a base sum, but there's bonuses depending on what you do.
Yeah, world championship.
I'm sure if she won a gold medal, she'll be on a freaking Wheaties box.
That's my point.
Who cares?
I think she's already been on a Wheaties.
In 4 years, what is it, 2021 or what year we at 21?
Yeah, the World Championships.
Yes.
Okay, she'll be in the next 4 years. Who cares, dude? Like,
All right, just to reset for our people, our fans who don't know the story. Sha'Carri Richardson, of course, the fastest 400 meter. It's 400 meter, right?
100 meters.
100 meters.
Is it 100 meters?
Right.
Well, the Jamaican lady was the fastest 100 meter.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
Sha'Carri Richardson didn't count because of the win aid.
Yeah, the win aid. So basically, smoked some weed. It disqualified her rankings and her scoring. Not allowed to participate in the Olympics, and not even allowed or added to the relay team.
Even though her suspension is up before the relay.
Exactly. Well, I think the U.S. is just and the U.S. said we've already picked the team, so why are we going to tell somebody else no now?
Right.
Which kind of makes sense actually
because they're faster.
Yeah, and they did that in the past.
I guarantee if LeBron James came and said, "Hey, Colangelo, I want to play," they're going to kick somebody off the team.
Oh, they cooked Kevin Love off, I'm sure.
Thank you. That's my point.
Since we're talking Olympics, I mean, it's an Olympic story. I mean, they brought up they added Kevin Love, of course, to the Olympic team, and there's a lot of brouhaha over that. Whoa, why we add Kevin Love to the Olympic team?
Because they ain't have no big man. They need a center.
They needed a big man, right?
Why didn't they get Andre Ayton? Shit.
He might be the biggest guy.
I think they needed a big man who could shoot.
They need a big man that's a big man. They don't have any.
They don't have a big man, period.
I'm sure they're playing positionless basketball, right? Is that what the deal is this year?
But back to track. Look.
Yeah.
Whoever is Sha'Carri Richardson's agent or trainer, whoever's on her team, if they did not explain to her that Olympic drug testing is the most strict drug testing in athletic sports, and if they didn't explain that to her, all of them should be fired.
We don't know if they did or not.
She knew what she knew.
Do you realize at 2:00 in the morning in your bed sleep, they can knock on your door and say, "I want a urine test and I want blood right now." There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
That's Olympic style testing. So whoever was in charge of that area of her job, or fired.
Yeah.
Fired. They should not have a job right now.
Yeah, I'm hoping they told her, but I'm kind of with Ben. I'm pretty sure she knew. I mean, when you're on that level of track, you gotta be prepared for that. You gotta know that's coming.
Well, and if she knew, I have no sympathy for her.
Well, she said she was human and she makes mistakes.
That's not a mistake.
Okay. So
that's what she said.
To the point about how serious this is. There's a lady who's also on the U.S. Olympic team, Brianna McNeil.
Yeah.
Right. So,
is that T levels though?
She's a hurdler.
She the one that got suspended for the steroids?
No. She did not. She had an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
And she did not open the door for the testers because they knocked on her door the day after she had the abortion.
That's a refusal. Well,
yeah, but she had an abortion.
But that's a refusal.
And she didn't. I don't know. So I don't know if she knew. I don't know what the circumstances was, but I know that she was like, "Look, I'm having a time," and I'm like, "How can that be the standard?" You know what I'm saying? Like this lady.
Just to be clear, Ben. So is she on the team still?
No, she's banned 5 years right now.
Is she?
Yeah.
U.S. Olympic hurdles champ Brianna McNeil banned 5 years in doping case.
Yeah.
So because she refused to test.
That was 1 month ago.
Right. So she missed the test. And that was her reason for missing the test. Now,
wow,
that's crazy to me. Now, see, that's
now this is IOC testing, right?
This is blood and urine. Blood and urine.
Yeah. But enforced by the IOC, right?
Correct.
Is that the
IOC's like crazy, dude?
They're put like this. Canelo Alvarez is a boxer.
Yeah.
failed a drug test for steroids for eating contaminated meat in Mexico.
I remember that.
Olympic style testing is the strictest testing of any athletics ever.
Yeah, it is.
To me, the McNeil lady is who we should be fighting for. If anybody's got a petition or anybody's got a thing to say, it should be for her.
Who didn't open the door?
She did, right?
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter.
It does.
You just had
when you sign up for this. When you sign up for this, you know the rules,
dude.
Did she try to explain to him? Or?
Dude, you don't live your life by a zero tolerance policy, so nobody else does. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not an Olympic athlete either.
Nobody lives their life in a zero tolerance policy. Nobody. I don't care who you are. Let me go to your job and look up your time records right now. Nobody.
You go ahead.
Nobody lives their life in a zero tolerance situation. Nobody's perfect, man. That's all I'm saying.
But the Olympics has. What is it? Marion Jones, didn't she use all her medals for
yeah, but she was doing something.
That's what I'm saying. The Olympics have a history of doing this. This is not new for the Olympics. This is not new for the Olympics.
But that's a different situation to me.
But my point is, it's not new for the Olympics to just lay the hammer down on people.
Oh no,
this is what they do. Dude, this is what they like. Why is this new? Why is this a surprise?
I'm not arguing with you about that. They will lay the hammer down. But in this case, there should have been some circumstantial, some grace given in this situation to me.
Well, I understand you feel sorry for her, but no, sorry, I don't.
Yeah, okay. I feel like if she had a chance to explain it, they might have gave her a little more.
Then I don't want to hear nothing about Takari did.
I feel bad for both those young ladies, specifically the one Benji just described. That sounds horrific. The good thing, I'll just close. The good thing for Sha'Carri is she's young. She can go to 3 more Olympics if she stays in top shape. So she still has an opportunity to perform in the future and make up for some of this money lost.
Quick question. Can she participate? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hold on, you froze up. What?
Oh yeah, 30 days.
What'd you say?
She's off.
She was only banned for 30 days, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Her ban ends 2 days before the 400, the relay.
Yeah.
So she's available soon. All right, y'all. The last note on the Olympics. Of course, they just announced that it will be held in front of no spectators. Because Japan is going through a virus hike at the moment.
Quick question. Quick thing real quick. I'm going to hashtag NBA on this when I post this video.
Yeah.
Keep your players home, NBA. If they not having fans, that means it ain't safe.
They're going to pretty much be in a bubble situation. I'm sure the NBA players will be protected.
Dude, if I'm Simone, what's that lady's name? Simone Biles?
Simone Biles.
Why am I going? I'm not risking COVID for these people. They should come to me. I should be able to do it virtually. Why do I have to, if there's nobody in the stands, I should be able to do it at my house or do it wherever. Yeah, they can watch it on the TV just as well as they can see it on the thing. Why does anybody got to go there? It should be
just join on Teams and Zoom.
Everybody get in the start gate. Everybody blow the whistle. Bang, run. You don't gotta be.
When I seen that Tokyo not having fans, I said, "Oh, I hope my star players on my favorite team ain't going."
Hey, the Olympic basketball team looks pretty good
because that means they ain't safe.
Well,
they're not safe.
Again, it depends on where the venue is because they could lock it down. They could lock that bubble down.
They still got to get on a flight, right? They still got to get on a flight, right?
Well, they got to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, they got
to walk through the airport.
Hey,
no sir.
This Olympic team's pretty good though, man. You got Durant. You
got Dame.
I heard a great number today. Durant is 39-0 in international competition for his career. 39-0.
Did they put that he played with LeBron James and Kobe Bryant?
They didn't mention that, and I was going to say that too.
Okay.
Now they showed their team. You know what though? This was the team one year. I think it was the 2012 team. LeBron, KD, Kobe, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. That was your starting.
The 2018 was better.
And in 2018 was just as good.
Yeah.
So
Wait, who's the 2018 team?
Yeah, Jason Kidd, Kobe, LeBron, D Wade, Carmelo, Dwight Howard. This one, Dwight Howard was a beast.
Are you talking about 08?
This 08. This 08.
Oh, 08. I thought you said 18.
That 08 was a beast.
Oh man, they've had some.
That Redeem
LeBron's been on.
The Redeem was that the Redeem?
The Redeem team, that was a beast.
The Redeem team was good.
But they were saying that team could actually go up against that 92 team.
The Dream Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Redeem team was a beast. I give you that. All right, y'all. Hey, let's hop into the little bit of NBA action we got. We're in the midst of the Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. Two teams that have not seen the finals in quite some time. So of course, one game is in the books. The Suns look like they belong. The Bucks look like they belonged for the most part. Suns to me look like the better team. Chris Paul had a big first game, and they pretty much thumped these fools for the first game. How do y'all think the series is going? What do you think game 2 is going to look like?
Chris Paul looks like, I hope people don't overreact when I say this, Chris Paul looks like the best player on the floor.
He does.
No
argument.
And if he's going to keep playing like that, and with Devin Booker getting to the mid-range, not settling for threes, and on missed shots again, like I said before, they're hauling ass. That was it. Cam Payne, wasn't it? Cameron Payne.
Or Cam Johnson. They had two Cams.
Phoenix.
Two Cams.
I got Phoenix in 6, man. Phoenix in 6.
What do you think, Ben? You the Suns, man. You've been riding them all season.
Yeah, Phoenix in 5. And I think the thing that strikes me most about them is they just look like a complete team, and their stars play well. Like, for no long stretch, like you would look at the Clippers and be like, when is Kyrie gonna get his ish together? When is playoff P gonna get his ish together? Nobody ever said anything about these guys not playing their best. I mean, you had that time when dude was hurt, but consistency amongst the top 3. I mean, Andre Ayton, since he started this playoffs, was it 65-70% he's shooting from the floor?
Beast
70.
I mean, grown man. I mean, he's in a league with I saw a stat had
Lou Alcindor
record with Lou Alcindor right now. As far as scoring at his shooting percentage. I mean, he is really making some money right now for himself. And again, coaching. You see clearly that this drop zone, we've talked about this before, this drop zone thing that you're playing, you know that's not going to work. You know you knew it didn't work against Trey. So what do you think was going to happen against the Suns when you have two guys who can handle the ball up top who are better than him, pretty much? What did you think was going to happen? Because the damage that Trey did against you wasn't when he was shooting 3-pointers. It was when he was driving the lane and shooting that little stupid floater. So why in the world would you play the same game? Why would you come in with the same game plan? I don't understand. I don't understand this Bud guy. I don't understand any defense that anybody's trying to play.
His coaching transition has not been well. This is my take on it real quick, man. I just think Monty's the better coach. I think the Suns are more consistent as players. Their performances night to night are pretty equal. They don't move much. You know, Aiden's going to give you your 20 and 10. Cameron Payne's going to get on with the bench and give you 10. Cam Johnson's going to give you 10. Bridges, if he scores 20, you losing automatically. So they're consistent, and Book's going to get his numbers.
What's
and
that?
I agree with you, Ben. Chris Paul is the best player on the court.
Can we acknowledge that having a real point guard and letting him dictate your offense, it works.
Still makes a difference.
Your best player at power forward doesn't need to be your damn point guard.
I agree. A point guard. You know what? And I got a take here that I think maybe you guys might agree with me, might disagree with me. But if I was the coach of the Bucks, if I was in Bud's place, game 1, Giannis wouldn't have played. I would have made him wait till game 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't have played him either.
1, for his health, but 2, you saw how well that Holiday and Middleton played without him. You got to think, Giannis isn't 100%. It's game 1 in Phoenix. You might lose it anyway. Right. Why not just roll the ball out with those 2 cats? And if you pick up a win, then you done took over the series. If you win that game without Giannis, you would have took over the series and the mentality of the series. And you brought Giannis back for game 2, you won the series.
And Middleton is a lot aggressive. He's a lot more aggressive when Giannis isn't playing.
Exactly.
That would have been genius, Jim. And I
that's what I would have did.
And I was like, because Holiday did improve over that 2-game period when Giannis was out, right?
Played his best ball.
More aggressive. And honestly, I don't think it matters for Middleton. Middleton is just a wave.
Up and down.
To me, he's just going to right now he's in the third quarter wave because he played good in the third quarter.
He played good in the third and the fourth.
First half, he's what, 2 of 7, 4, whatever.
But the Middleton thing is not about his attempt. I mean, it's not about his makes or his points. It's about his aggressiveness.
Yes.
And that 2 for 7 as a second best player is not going to get it. You have to take at least 10 to 13 shots here.
Yeah, that's in the first quarter, dude.
No, I don't know. No, but he was 2 for 7 the first half. Whatever. That first half, he did not play well. He got hot in the third quarter. Then fourth quarter, he disappeared again. If for him to be the second best player, he needs to be aggressive from the gate. Boom. He needs to go get it. And he waits. And he waits for Giannis. He cannot wait. He can't wait.
When that fool is doing that little baby dribble at the elbow, then he is doing a good job. Because whenever he passes somebody, he's not quite sure if he's going to go all the way. He does that little stupid baby dribble there at the corner. But when he's doing that, he is at least thinking.
Are you talking about Giannis or Middleton?
No, Middleton.
Middleton. When he does the
gets into the paint, that little crab dribble, he is going to the basket.
But
yeah, he is.
Milwaukee is the bigger team. And in that first quarter, Brook Lopez would dive to the paint. They would just throw it to him. He would either get fouled or get the layup. Jay Crowder was guarding him. And
I thought that was
for some reason they were like, okay, we don't need Brook Lopez anymore. And I'm like, okay, this coach is an idiot.
Dude, Crowder was looking lost. Crowder was looking lost. He was struggling.
He was like, he didn't have nobody to guard.
No, he was trying to guard Lopez. He was like, what am I supposed to do?
He was trying.
He can't guard him.
But that's my thing. You know Jay Crowder can't guard this dude. Yeah. So what are we doing? Why is he not on the floor?
Well, I think the only problem is that when you go to the opposite end, you put Lopez in this pick and roll. And hey, NBA players, you don't have to switch.
You don't have to switch. Somebody has to literally pick you first. But do not switch.
You don't just switch to switch.
But he compounded his problem. He took out his best advantage on offense.
I agree.
And he didn't solve the issue on defense. So he compounded his problem.
Yeah. My thing, if they're going to keep running that pick,
and they put Bobby Porter.
How about running the matchup zone? Running the zone. You telling me Giannis can't play on the wing? Like, what's going on here? Like, this Bud dude, I can't even pronounce his name, and I don't care to pronounce his name because he should be fired.
Coach Booden.
I don't care. I don't care if he made the finals. You made the finals because everybody around you got hurt. That's why you made the finals. You should be fired. Like, he sucks. He's the worst.
He did this the whole Atlanta series, and he didn't change during the Atlanta series. They played that bad drop back zone against Trey that didn't work. They just got lucky that Trey wasn't 100%. That's it.
I'm
I
telling you
mean,
right
yeah,
now,
he hurt his ankle.
they keep playing that against Devin Booker and Chris Paul, who
Done.
love that and loves that elbow jumper. Loves it.
Oh, and
It's a
Booker will
wrap.
take it. Booker will
It's a
take it.
wrap.
Yeah, and
Chris Paul will take it.
and they don't have an adjutant like the Clippers
Crowder.
had that can lock one of them, that can mess up one of them. I mean, they don't have
Don't
get me wrong, Holiday's a good defender, Middleton's a decent defender, but they're not locking anybody down. Like they're not.
They're not.
I'm still getting 20.
They had Tucker on Booker or Paul or something.
Tucker's lost in this series.
I'm like,
Yeah,
why
Tucker's
is Tucker
lost.
even on the floor?
He
can't guard anybody in the series. He can't. There's no one for him to guard in this series.
No.
I mean, not in the positions they put him in. Okay, if he switches off Chris Paul's going to cross him over the basket. If he tries to guard Andre Ayton, he's a little too short for Andre Ayton. Okay, it's tough for him to guard Crowder in space. I mean, he has a bad matchup, a lot of bad matchups in the series for him. And then on the offensive end, he's really not giving them a whole lot right now. Corner three's not falling.
That corner three
layups.
That corner three only works.
Not
falling. That corner three only works is when Giannis is being aggressive, and Giannis is hurt, man. You can tell Giannis is hurt.
All right, so game 2 tonight, just for giggles. I mean, I think we're in agreement. I agree. I think the Suns are going to win this in at least 6. But game 2, the Bucks are slow starters. They usually win game 2 for some strange reason. So y'all going to take the Bucks tonight? You're going to take the Suns for game 2?
I got Suns.
I'm taking the Suns because the Suns don't give up leads typically. You know what I'm saying? They're fine with being 5 points ahead of you until they win. They can get that. They can have that big run and make that separation in the third quarter, but they don't need it. You know what I'm saying? They'll stay 5 points ahead of you the whole game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. Yeah. So I don't. Unless the Bucks get out early by like 15 or 20, then.
All right, for giggles, I'm going to go Milwaukee Bucks tonight. I'm going to go with Giannis with a big night. I'll say he'll contribute to at least 40-plus points. He'll have double rebounds and close to double-figure assists. I'm gonna give them the win in game 2, just for giggles.
That's a big game.
Hey, because you know what? They got to get to game 6 somehow. They might as well win tonight, and let's make it a 1-1.
Well, I got Phoenix winning the first 2, Milwaukee winning the second 2. Phoenix will win game 5, and then Phoenix will win game 6 too.
So you have Phoenix winning in Milwaukee.
Yeah, game 6. They'll close it out in Milwaukee.
If this goes to 7,
it's not going 7.
The NBA is rigged. That's all I'm saying.
This is why I don't see it going 7. If they go 7, Giannis will try to just bulldoze everybody, and they won't call it.
They won't call it. They won't.
They're not gonna call that in the game 7 of NBA Finals. They're just like, let this nigga do what he's gonna do.
If for some reason this did get to a game 7, Milwaukee actually would have the advantage.
Oh yeah, they would.
Because they're the more physical team.
They're the more physical team.
Yeah.
In the game 7, Giannis and Tucker and Middleton, they're bigger and stronger dudes. They'd have the advantage in the game 7.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think hopefully Chris Paul is not going to let them get there. Either way, someone's walking away with their first ring.
I'm going to tell you what, if Chris Paul is up 3-2 going into a game 6, he's going to get 40. Chris Paul's going to get 40, and it's going to be a wrap.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, credit in playoff run. They haven't played with people. They put the Lakers out, 4-1?
4-2.
All right, Denver. I mean, they give Denver 2?
4-2. Yep, 4-2.
All right, they've been pretty consistent. I mean,
I got them around 4-2.
Because
once they got you on the ropes.
They don't mess around in these first 2 games. They win these.
They don't mess
games.
around.
But
Chris Paul, Monty Williams knows how special this is, and they are not letting the light in on them, bro. They shut that door on you. Man.
Chris Paul cannot get hurt. When he turned his ankle, I said, "This dude."
And you know what? And I was gonna blame him for it because I'm like, you created that contact anyway. You did.
Right.
Oh, when
And
he
I'm
fell on
like,
that 3-point
it would
shot.
be your fault if you hurt your ankle.
Oh,
I'm like, this dude, you trying to break your ankle?
Dude,
What you
I
doing,
don't know, man. If he can just stay upright, they can win. That's all I gotta say. If he can make it for you saw he hurt his hand too, though.
Yeah. But
You saw that?
his
that
hand
was
already
last series.
jacked
That was
up.
last
No,
series.
but he hurt the other hand.
He had the other hand too. Though.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
So both hands are
But
like jacked up.
Quick question though: is Ayton's success due to Chris Paul or his talent?
Both.
Both or
He's a big man. He needs to be set up.
To me, Aiden, when he got there, again, people in the NBA don't want big men. They don't want to give him the ball. He has good hands. He's always had them. He's got a good touch around the basket. He's always had it. He just needs experience and reps. They don't ever pass him the few times they give him the ball in the post. What does he do? He turns around, he shoots a jump hook,
shoots a
goes
hook,
about
and
his
makes
business.
it.
He does. It goes in.
You're right. You're right.
If what do you want him to do? The only time he catches the ball is when he runs and he dunks it. If you said, "Look, dude, we need you to get these last 5 points. Come here." He would turn around and he would shoot the ball. He would shoot a jump hook. He's a good center, and anybody could make him that way if they just passed him the freaking ball. I don't want.
Well, they used him a little bit during the regular season in the post, and I watched a lot of Phoenix games this year for some reason. And when they fed him in the post, he has a jump hook and he has that turnaround jump shot, and he actually is pretty proficient at both of them. And he showed he could get buckets if he needs to get buckets.
And you need reps.
Hey, congrats to him, man. I'm happy for him because remember, he was taken over Luka, right?
He's a first round pick.
Yeah.
Aiden was first.
Yeah, he went first, right?
First overall out of Arizona.
First overall. So they took him over Luka and Trae Young. So I mean, hey, good for Phoenix. Phoenix, though, they built a team, man. They already had their number one player. They're like, we just need to surround them. So shout out to Phoenix and their plan on how they drafted. They actually built a team.
Hey Ben, Devin Booker's looking good, ain't he? Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
You remember you clowned Devin Booker, didn't you? Oh, you don't remember that now. Now you got amnesia.
Okay, Devin Booker is a great player, but he hasn't changed.
He hasn't changed. He's not the same.
Still the same.
Talking about
now he's shooting a little bit better from the 3-point line than he was before.
That mid-range jumper,
that was his game. Mid-range.
No, it wasn't. It was driving and getting knocked down and then threes.
Oh my God.
He was not shooting the elbow jumper like he's shooting now.
I think he's improved.
He's improved a lot, dude.
You know what? He's tougher than I thought he was.
And he's a good passer.
You know what?
He's a great
good passer. He's a good passer.
What I like about him, the ball doesn't stop with him. He actually plays within the offense when he needs to. You know what I mean? He keeps the ball actually moving when he's not trying to get his, and I appreciate that from a number one player.
That's true.
Now, one more question. Because this has been on talk radio for a couple radio stations. Player you had to pick right now, Tatum or Devin Booker? That's the question going on.
To do what? Franchise
player.
Who's the best player on your team, Tatum or Devin Booker? You know who I'm taking. I'm taking Tatum. That's my guy.
Know you are. You know you're a homer for some reason on him.
I hate Boston, but I like Tatum.
Tatum's a beast, man. You know what? I'm gonna go Book. Especially if Book gets a ring first. I'm gonna take Book. It does a lot for a player when they win a ring, man.
I might have to take Book just because
he got there first.
It's not about his credentials so much. It's just because I think he's more consistent, I think. And he's more comfortable in the role of a two guard. Like, I don't know what
Tatum
do
is.
I don't know
y'all
what
do
Tatum
realize,
is.
y'all do realize what Booker's doing now. Tatum was doing his rookie year, right? Y'all do just shut the straight. He just ran into LeBron.
I don't know.
No, he was in the Eastern Conference Finals his rookie year.
He was.
Let's just set that straight.
All right. The difference is he didn't make it though.
I mean, he ran into LeBron.
He did.
He ran into a young LeBron. Like, come on, let's stop.
I mean,
here.
come on. We know Tatum could be Durant 2.0.
Tatum is 6'10"
/ Kobe. I mean, he's like a hybrid between the two, kind of.
Yeah.
He's like a bit of Durant and a bit of Kobe.
You can't go wrong with either one. I'll say that.
He's a beast.
Can't go wrong with either one. But that's the debate that's going on. That's
He's
the debate that's going on.
Hey, so with that, what do you think, man? Did you have a final on that?
No.
Who you taking?
You can't.
You said
go
Book,
wrong.
right?
I did, but you can't go wrong with either one.
You can't go wrong with either one. All right, y'all. Hey, well, as usual, y'all, thanks for joining the No Culture for Old Men podcast. Don't forget to like,
trades,
YouTube. Please forget to always remember to follow and always refer us to a friend. We appreciate our followers out there, y'all. Y'all enjoy your rest of your week. Peace.
Nobody care about these trades. Deuces.
Nobody care about them trades.
You don't want. Hey, you don't want to put it in the text.
I did, but I was like, nah, it's whatever. We at 7:13. We had an hour plus.
Dame, you stay exactly where the hell you're supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
He going to Boston, bro.
I'm tired of seeing him in Laker uniforms already.
Oh my God! If one more person Photoshop somebody into another shirt,
he going to Boston, bro. He going to Boston, man.
I didn't see him in a Boston uniform. Seen him in a Laker uniform.
Him and Ben Simmons going to Boston, man.
I didn't seen Kuzma in like 5 different uniforms. Nobody care about Kuzma. Who cares?
No, nobody
cares.
Brad Beal. I didn't seen him in a Laker uniform.
Bradley Beal ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
I don't even want him to go to Lakers anymore.
I don't want him to go to Lakers either. You know what the Lakers are going to end up doing? What they always doing? They're going to go get who just left Boston? What's his name?
Kimba.
Yep.
I heard something about Kimba.
No, but I keep hearing Kimba going to Philly. Kimba and what's his name? Shea Alexander.
Whoever the oldest person is, that will be the person who ends up on the
Shea Alexander and Kimba going to Philly.
Why?
And then Wiggins.
I like Shea.
It was Wiggins.
Player,
it was Wiggins and somebody else going to Oklahoma, and then Ben Simmons going to Golden State.
Ooh, they get rid of Wiggins. You get rid of Wiggins for Ben Simmons?
Wiggins sucks. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know what you have watched at Golden State. Wiggins is trash.
What happened to him when Wiggins got to Minnesota? He was a 22 point scorer per game
on a bad team.
He's a stat fella.
I can get 22 points. You to give me 39 shots.
Yeah, he's a stat fella, man. He's not an impact. He doesn't impact your game.
Man, that dude sucks, dude.
He does not impact the game one way or another.
No, he doesn't.
He's just a filler. He's like Kelly Oubre. It don't really matter what he does.
Kelly Oubre sucks.
That's what I'm saying. They're the same player. It's no different.
But Golden State is going to get. They're going to get a super team, man.
Yeah, it's amazing though how Cat scored 25 points and it don't matter. Like that's what dude does. Wiggins do. He'll put up 25. You won't know it. It's like
because
25 points at.
It's the same way with Chris Bosh when he played for Toronto.
Yeah,
somebody has to shoot the ball.
Yeah, somebody got scored, man.
Same way with So I had this argument with somebody the other day. They was like, "Oh, Iguodala can shoot." No, he can't.
No, he can't.
I was with Iguodala when he was at Philly. Yeah, he averaged 19 because he was the only player on the team.
Yeah, he had 19.
He had
and Drew Holiday. Yeah,
he had to.
Somebody had to score. I mean, when you're on bad teams make big time players. I mean, and then they go somewhere else and they suck. I mean, you see it all the time.
So when the finals is over, do y'all brushed up on your football?
Yeah, I'm good for football, man.
Ben, what you
got? Ben needs some research.
You need to do some research on football.
I told you what you need to start. You need to start with the how to draft your
We're doing fantasy football first.
How to do your fantasy football.
Oh, I know nothing about fantasy football.
You played fantasy, didn't you?
I played one season.
Okay, we can skip that.
I played at the prehistoric times of fantasy football.
So what are we going to talk about during the offseason? We can't talk about baseball.
No, we're going to talk about football.
Okay.
I think we need to do division reviews, and that's easy. We put it, we can put the teams on our screen, and we can just talk trash about each team. So historically, who's going to be good and who's going to be bad, right?
We can do division reviews.
Yeah, we'll start with the NFC East.
We can do who showed up to camp, shit like that.
Yeah, we'll talk about shit like that. So we'll pull up the NFC East teams and just highlight some stupid shit about them.
Can we rank?
And we'll go through each division. Huh?
Can we rank?
Oh yeah, we can clown. What's his name? What's his name? Fucking Collinsworth. What the fuck is his name?
Collinsworth. Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah, I hate his ass. I hate him.
We can rank NFL announcers.
Oh, that'd be a good pregame thing, right? NFL announcers. Yeah.
Let's do we could just do like one a week or something. We could just run them down. Like, this is the top 5 analysts for.
Maybe we could do that. We can finally do that special on the.
Oh damn, we forgot to talk about the NCAA.
On the HBCUs.
We did.
NCAA getting paid. We forgot about that.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
No, we didn't. We should have, but we didn't.
The update.
The players getting paid. The update on the ruling.
Yeah.
Oh,
we never brought it up.
All right, we'll talk about it next week.
No, we never talked about that.
Nah, we mentioned the court case, but it's like, more information's came out since then. So.
Are they getting paid now? Is something?
Yeah, they getting. I just read the joint. Masterpiece on sounded $2 million.
$2 million deal.
$2 million deal
with a tech company.
Yep.
Oh, for sponsorship.
Yeah, like likeness.
For likeness.
So, like, basically put me on your IG page, you can get paid.
$2 million, man.
They're paying the Miami Hurricanes $500 a month each player for just for a gym. This gym's like, I'll sponsor each player $500 a month.
Wow.
Per player. So that's just one endorsement. I mean, that don't count.
Deion Sanders has his whole offensive line getting endorsements.
Yeah, getting an endorsement. So that's cool.
Because he's like, offensive linemen, they don't get no love. I can get y'all endorsements. The rest of your niggas, y'all can get endorsements yourself.
Get them on your own.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Because if your line is good, the rest of your team will be good.
If your defense,
yeah,
the football has never changed. If your offensive line, defensive line is good, you can compete with anybody.
Exactly.
But
all you need is one good skill player.
Because what he was saying is the difference between a quarterback or wide receiver or running back at that level, that's not that far. But the offensive line, defensive line, it's a big difference. You need them 6'6", 300 pounds.
Yeah. So you see.